When I was 13, I got into some business stuff. I got really interested in making money. I started reading all these business books and I started being like, I want to be an entrepreneur. So at some point, I walked up to my mom. She was laying in her bed. I'm like, I want to open a business. I want to sell stuff on Amazon. And she's like, yo, you're too young. You can't do that. And even if you tried, you wouldn't succeed. You're too young. You can't open a business. Like, what? And I was so mad at her. Like, she didn't allow me to do that, like, obviously. Like, she didn't allow me to do that. And I was so mad at her. I didn't want to talk to her. But I lived in this delusion that me at 13 years old could open a successful business. Do I think I could open a successful business back then? Yeah, honestly. Like, I know it's delusional of me to say that, and perhaps I'm living in my own bubble of my egoisticness. That I'm just egoistic and self-centered and self-absorbed that, oh, this 13-year-old me could open a successful business and sell stuff on Amazon. But I believe that I would sell some stuff. Maybe I wouldn't make millions. Maybe I wouldn't make thousands of dollars. But back then, for a 13-year-old, you don't need that much. So for me, I believe that I could back then, as a 30-year-old boy, I believe that back then I could open a successful business. I think that many of you are the same like me. Like, we live in this delusion that no matter what, we will succeed. We live in this bubble, in this delusion that we will succeed. We could be 13 years old. Fuck it. We could succeed back then. We are a lot older now. And we still believe that we will succeed. And I believe we need this arrogance and this self-delusion that we will succeed. I think that I look at all the young, successful people and they all share the same trait, which is arrogance or the delusion or the thinking that they will succeed, no matter how unlikely it is. We all share the same trait. Of course, I'm not successful by any means. Not yet. But I believe that if I occupy their mindset, I will be successful as well. And I do have their mindset. I believe that I will succeed no matter what. I might not make much money now. I might not have any reasons to be delusional about my own success, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I stuck with this mindset. I believe many of you also have the same mindset, that we will just be arrogant and delusional in our way. Of course, being arrogant is a sin, but arrogant in the sense that, okay, he didn't succeed, it doesn't matter, I will. He is 50 years old, he didn't succeed. Why can't I at 20 years old, I'm not 20, but what can't I at 20 years old succeed? Why can't? The fact that somebody else didn't succeed in the same thing, like they are smarter than me, they're older than me, they have all these traits better than me, but it doesn't mean that the fact that they didn't succeed makes me just not able to succeed as well. No, even if it's delusional of me to think that I will succeed, which mindset is better? Like, ask yourself, which mindset is better? Is it better to be very realistic? Or maybe even pessimistic? Like, be humble. Do not think that you will succeed. Like, don't do that. The arrogant way of saying, like, fuck you. I might not know everything. I may not know even the slightest thing. But I know that I will succeed. And I don't give a fuck about any of the evidence, about any of the things that back up my claim that I will succeed. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that I am not successful. I don't give a fuck that somebody else is not successful. Because I am here. Because I am me. I am not him. And I have my own belief that I will succeed. I have my own delusion that I will succeed. I can't let others tell me that it's too hard or unachievable. Maybe for them, maybe for somebody else, but not for me. So this is a message of this video, to just think to yourself that to just believe in yourself that you will succeed. To have this level of delusion that might be healthy. Because if you live in the mindset that, yeah, I am a winner, I'm gonna succeed no matter what, you're gonna be just so driven to work. Because you're taking what's yours and not entering some new territory into which you don't belong. No, you already succeeded in your brain. And if you start with this mindset of succeeding first in your brain, and then it's gonna be a lot easier to do this actually, to do this like in reality, because you started with the mindset that, even with the delusional mindset that I will succeed no matter fucking what. So I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you found it helpful, and have a good day, dude.